What's up, Sales Ascender? Sean here, and today I'm going to share something I learned from a trainer who trained the greatest athletes of all times, including Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Wayne Wade, and some other people. His name's Tim Grover, and boy, you're not going to want to miss this one. This one changed a lot of perspective on me. What's happening, Sales Ascender? Sean here, back at you with another high-ticket tune-up. Don't forget to smash that like button and share this to somebody who can use it. And of course, feed the algorithm gods by subscribing to the channel. Please, that's awesome. Anyway, today I got a great question from Brett C. Brett C asked me this one. He says, Sean, I never seem to have time to prospect. Do you have any shortcuts? And yes, I have so much developed thought on this. I've been in the space for like 20 some years, and I've prospected from pretty much every angle that you can do. But really what it comes down to is, in any business, there's three things, right? So the number one is the product, right? You got to have a product. Number two, actually it should be people, product, process, right? People, product, process. I learned that from Chris Williams, one of my mentors. And he was sharing with me, he said, look, when you know the right people, which is you and your team that you're going to build, that's the right people. The product has got to be something that solves a problem and gives a solution to the prospect or the person that you're solving the problem for. And then process is the system around this. And so when Brett asked this question, I think what we need to talk about is a couple of things. First of all, this here, it's called FlowChat. It's our brand new software. If you've never heard about it, what it does is it allows you, imagine this, you, in less than an afternoon, you can go and find on social media thousands of perfectly targeted prospects and move them into a software called FlowChat, and then actually manage an entire conversation from start to finish until you get the prospect to take the desired action. Very easy to use. In fact, it was designed to be run by a virtual assistant, and it's super powerful, right? And so I'm not going to go too deeply into that because I want to talk about the other thing that Tim Grover, who is the greatest coach or not the greatest coach, but he's one of the greatest coaches who coached some of the best athletes of all times, including Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, and some of the greatest basketball players, including golfers, now CEOs, like Ed Milet is one of his students. So if you know some of those names, Tim Grover's, he's a machine, right? And when I want to come back to Brett's question again, just quickly, Brett said, hey, I never seem to have time to prospect. Any shortcuts? The first shortcut that I learned from Tim Grover was this: stop managing time. Stop managing time. Because when people manage time, they lose focus. And when you lose focus, because for example, if you're going into a sales conversation and you know, oh my gosh, like I have a hard stop in 50 minutes or something, and then you're getting close to that 50-minute marker, what happens? As a sales professional, we start panicking because we're coming up to the 50. We know we have a hard stop, another meeting starting in a couple of minutes. And so we need to manage the time. And sometimes we forget to watch the nonverbal cues and be in the present moment, here and now, when you're speaking with your prospect. And so when you manage time, it distracts you from actually the true objective that you're getting after, whether it be prospecting, whether it be trying to close a deal, or whatever it is. And so when you stop managing your time and then you start doing this, which is managing focus, what you're going to find is that you become more efficient. And when I talk about focus, here's exactly what I'm talking about. If you have a very defined, for example, sales process that walks a sales prospect from when you first start with them all the way through until when you know they have the problem you solve, you know they can afford your services with time and energy, money, and you also know the buying decisions and how they are made within your prospect's business and in his world or her world, well, guess what? You can close any deal of any size. So instead of trying to manage time, think about what's the focus that you can stay relentless about. Now let's talk about prospecting, because that comes back to Brett's question. And so when we talk about prospecting, what's the shortcut? We know that more conversation equals more prospecting equals more conversations. More conversations have a direct result on bottom line profit. And so if we're working towards finding some profit for our business so that we can make impact in the world, how do we focus on changing the prospecting side side of things around? Well, we need to understand what's the client's journey. When we have a very clear vision of that, it's now become a system. And so you want to talk about like all of the focused touch points that you can have in a process. That's why FlowChat, like I mentioned earlier, the software that manages all that, it's amazing. But if you're trying to go quickly, the secret is this: like, what's the minimum daily effective amount, the minimum daily dose that you have to be focused on in order for your business to consistently grow. And so in your world, it might be, I need to speak with 3 new people every single day. If that's it, then that's it. Build a system around that and then outsource the labor. That's the process. Remember, people, product, process. And so the system or the process around how do you reach out to 3 new people every single day becomes your obsessive focus, to where it can minimize the time in your day that you're actually spending doing that. And when you have some sort of a system like that, and again, this is dependent upon you doing outreach versus like running ads or any like going to doing challenges or summits or any other stuff. Like, maybe, okay, you have to get the minimum effective dose done. That's the focus, how long it's going to take you. Just stop managing the time. Stay focused on getting the results done in the most efficient way possible. And as you do it, when you're in it, also take another view and look as you're on it. So because then you can actually really gain some leverage of, okay, if I change this and I do this way next time, guess what? It's going to be more efficient. And that, my friends, is going to lead to how you create shortcuts when you're doing prospecting, when you're having sales calls, or when you're doing anything else. And with that said, you've just been tuned up. I hope this one was powerful for you. I know it was for me. If you're interested in learning more about our software, in the comments below, you're going to see a link that will go to a quick video that you can watch. It's 9 minutes long, get an overview of everything. If it's the right fit, you can book a call with our team right away, and we'll make sure that one of our experts jumps on the line and helps you out. With that said, I hope you had a great day. There's a sales ascender inside each and every one of you, and I can't wait to see you next time. We'll talk soon.